right, today we are talking about how to heal your relationship with certain foods. I know the title says how to heal food relationships. I couldn't make the whole thing fit on there really nice. So we're talking about how to heal your relationship with foods, okay? If you're new here, thank you for joining me. My name is Renee Paulson. I'm a recovering food and sugar addict and also a healthy living and nutrition coach. Also an author and speaker, but that's just a side note. I struggled with my weight hardcore for years and finally discovered that I was addicted to food and sugar. Hardcore. I don't know if you know this though, when I looked at recovery programs, literally the only recovery programs that were available at the time were complete and total abstinence. So living your life without cookies for forever. I have to tell you that I was not willing to take this as the only solution out there and was like, well, I feel like maybe I should heal that relationship. I don't know how that heal. I started to really work on getting healthy, and then I was like, heal is in that first part of the word of healthy, heal. So how do you start really healing your relationship with food, and what does that really mean? What does that mean? What does that really mean? When I was talking about when I was in the depths of my food and sugar addiction, I had foods that I called my trigger foods. And these trigger foods are foods that I would not be able to control myself around. We're talking Oreos or mostly anything chocolate. Soda was one of those. But those are the foods that I was like, these are foods that I am triggered. When I see them, I feel like I have absolutely no control and I need to figure out how to heal my relationship with this food. Otherwise, the only option is that I can't have it if I can't control myself, right? So I really worked in the realms of looking at certain specific foods, not oh, well, I need to heal my relationship with, I was going to say ice cream, but that's not a very bad example, bread. That also sounds like a bad example, but you know what I mean? I looked at very specific things. So instead of saying I need to heal my relationship with cookies, I need to heal my relationship with Oreos, or I need to heal my relationship with Girl Scout Thin Mints, or whatever those things were. So really meaning I want to work on a relationship with that food that's healthy, where I can enjoy that food and not feel like I'm gonna lose control and I can walk away. And if I have it, great. And if I don't have it, that's okay too. And so really working within those realms. The first part of really taking trigger foods and healing your relationship with them is gonna sound a little backwards, but it's to get them out of the house. If you are triggered by something that's in your house that you cannot stay away from, then it gotta go. That's the number one thing. It's got to go. And then it goes into, I need to work around my cravings for this particular food item, which also then in turn works with cravings. So one of the best things and one of the hardcore core value things that I teach, and one of the things that helped me in the beginning when I was really struggling with cravings, just kind of get a hold of that, is a 10-day sugar detox. Now, since then, obviously, I have created Sugar Warrior 10, which is my online 10-day sugar detox that gives you a shit ton of information and, motivation, all the stuff that you need to really complete that and be successful. So I started really working within, the 10-day sugar detoxes to get a hold of those cravings, and then started to slowly work past them. And what I mean by that is I would start to slowly go down that aisle of the grocery store. And I'm going to give you Oreos as a really, that's going to be my example for this, is because that's one of the foods I really had to work on healing that relationship with Oreos specifically, because I love Oreos and Oreos and milk. I could not sit down to finish I couldn't do it without finishing an entire sleeve. So it got to the point, Oreos out of the house. Never, can't have them in here. If anybody brought Oreos in my house, you gotta take them with you. They cannot stay. And just explain, I'm working on healing my relationship with this food so that I can have control, but right now I'm not there. Or just say nothing. Tell people to mind their damn business if you don't feel like explaining it. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. I happen to be an over-explainer. That's part of my people-pleasing that I am also trying to heal and work through. But also, I think that's also part of my ADHD. So I'm an over-explainer, but if you don't feel like you want to, or you're like, I don't really know how to say this or whatever, then don't say nothing. Just be like, I'm working through something and, just this is my personal business, so please respect my boundaries. And if they don't, no comment. That's for a whole other video. We're not going to even bring that up today. And then when I started really getting through there, I would walk past the Oreos in the grocery store and see how I felt. Check in with myself. Do I have control? Do I feel like I'm going to lose control and snatch up the Oreos and eat all of them? Right? And then I started to where if I started to go past them and feel a little bit of like, I really breathed through that. I used the red balloon trick, which I actually am going to post up a quick video of the red balloon trick that's going to really, it's a breathing and visualization exercise that helps activate the prefrontal cortex part of your brain, which is up here. It's also helped making those decisions and, weighing out things that are good and bad and helping make better food decisions. So I really started working with that and just breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth while walking that aisle. And I will tell you that I probably looked like a lunatic because there was at one point I would just walk back and forth up and down the aisle, checking how I felt, checking, do I feel control? Do I feel okay? What does it feel like inside? So once I felt like calmer where I had control, and it's again, just pushing that exposure. If you're like, listen, I cannot walk past them in the grocery store because I feel like I don't have the self-control, then you have to work that with an accountability partner or with someone with you. Meaning if you have a spouse, if you have an accountability coach and you're FaceTiming your accountability coach, I've done that with people, any of those things. So you're really walking past that, you're exposing yourself to having those feelings, you're working through those feelings, and you're trying to remember that this particular food item does not need to have that control over you, that you are the one in control and that you can decide whether you choose to have that or whether you choose to not. Again, it's just practice, repetition, and going through that. And you're going to find, there was one point I walked down the grocery store aisle past the Oreos and I didn't even realize. That's when I started going, okay, I'm not even really focusing on that. So now let's look at taking it that step further. How do I take that next step on healing that relationship? That's by having Oreos out at a function where other people are present and not eating any. Not having that for your treat and deciding that you're going to be okay with that. And if you're at a function and you're like, I don't know if I can have that full control, accountability partner. Take someone. I have announced that I am a food addict and I'm recovering and I'm trying to stay away from the Oreos. And yeah, people may look at me weird. Okay. And am I counting on those other people to really keep me accountable? No, I'm not. I know that's surprising to you. I'm not counting on them to keep me accountable because it's not their job, right? It's really ultimately my job. But what I did by announcing it is I put that responsibility back on myself, because by announcing and saying things like that, then I feel that people are then watching me. And it is my responsibility to say, okay, well, I told people I'm going to try and stay away, that I'm really working through this and I'm going to work through it and I'm going to be strong and I'm just going to show people that it's possible, that I'll be okay. And whether they think I'm an idiot or whether they think I don't, at this point, I don't even fucking care. I'm getting to the point where what you think about me is your business. It ain't my business and I don't really care. So gone through that. So then if you make it through that, where you've got that outcome, where you didn't have the treat, you had the self-control, you have it in a group setting, then you can move that next step up to having one, but one, and seeing how you feel and working through that. And it's just taking those little tiny baby steps until you can get to the point where you're like, maybe I could have these in the house. Not in the house regularly, oh, these are just here. No, meaning I'm having a group of people over, or I'm having a kid sleepover, and I'm going to buy Oreos for the girls so that they can have Oreos for their slumber party, and I'm going to have Oreos in the house, and I'm going to have a couple Oreos, maybe 2, and I'm going to be okay, and I'm going to be good. I'll be done with that. And I'll feel satisfied with that because my plan is to. So, and then sticking to that. And let me tell you something here, because this is the most impactful thing about healing your relationship with food that I really, really, really want to stress, and is the most important part of it. I think I just said that, but I'm stressing that it's very important, okay? And here's what happens, is every single time that you stick to your plan, that you do what you say you're going to do, that you prove to yourself that you can do it, that you can stay away from the Oreo or the white rice or the bread or the ice cream, whatever it is for you. For me, that was Oreos. Whatever it is for you, though. But every single time that you prove to yourself that you did what you said you were going to do, you stand a little taller. You get a little bit more confidence. Like breathes a little fresh air in you. I remember coming home and being so damn excited and telling my husband, I walked past the Oreos and it was okay. I walked past the Oreos. I touched the Oreos. I pulled the package out and I turned it around to see the nutrition facts and I was shocked, and then I put it back and I was okay. And I was so proud of myself in that moment. And it may sound stupid to other people. I don't really care. Be proud of yourself in those little moments. Tell yourself, like, you did it, man. You did what you said you were going to do. You showed up and you got it done. Good job. Because it's in celebrating those little things, in walking past the food item and not feeling like you're going to lose your shit and shove it in your mouth. It's the purchasing them and then giving them away to somebody else and not opening the package. It's the whatever that moment is. That's a moment of pride because you've done the work to heal to that point. And maybe you're not all the way to the point where you could have Oreos in your house all willy-nilly. I don't have Oreos in my house all willy-nilly because I know what will happen. I have children and they will eat them all. But whatever you are, you've healed to get to that point. And that's better than where you were. And maybe just a tiny little step forward. But by proving yourself right and by doing what you say you're going to do every time, and by saying, you know what, I'm going to have the one treat and then I'm going to be satisfied and walk away. And you do it, again, that sense of pride and that, I call it your little warriorness starting to shine through. It's like that pride of just, yeah, I did that. And I didn't know if I could do it, but here I am and I did it. Damn, like, I'm proud of myself. Give yourself that damn pat in the back because you need it in order to keep moving forward. You need those little moments to celebrate and say, well, that was really hard, but I made it through anyway. And I didn't think I was going to do it, but I did. So work on healing a little step at a time, not this whole big picture of like, well, I should be able to have Oreos in the house whenever I want and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. It's little baby steps. Same thing with weight loss. It's not like, well, one day I decided I wanted to wake up and I went to the gym 4 days this week and I ate healthy all week and I dropped 50 pounds. Yep, that's not how it works. It's a little bit at a time. I think it's the universe or whatever. It's like, are you really sure you want to do this? I'm going to tell you this over here. Are you sure you want to do it? And it takes that strong warrior to just keep showing up every single day for yourself. Even on days when you don't want to. Even on days when you half-ass it and you have to show up for yourself. Even on days when you're like, I'm a hot mess and I don't know what's going to happen, but this is what it is. You know, it's working through, it's taking those little baby steps and it's going forward a little bit at a time. And those little tiny moments add up to big moments to where you go to a party and you have a smorgasbord of Oreos and you plan on eating some. Then you talk to people, you're enjoying the party, you're doing this, you're doing that. You leave and you're like, I didn't even eat an Oreo. I didn't even remember to eat an Oreo. And I feel okay with that. This is a strange feeling. What is going on with my life? And you'll get there. And it's just those little baby steps. It's just putting one foot in front of the other and just continuing to show up for yourself and do the things that you say you're going to do. Because I'll tell you that when we let ourselves down and we don't do the things that we say we're going to do, then it just gets easier and easier and easier the next time to continue to disappoint ourselves. And then we wouldn't put up with that with anybody else, right? I hope not for you. We do it for ourselves. And we just keep not showing up, not showing up, not showing up. And then the worst part is we beat ourselves up over that. Like, I should have my life all together by now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Let me just tell you, nothing's wrong with you. just healing. And sometimes that just takes some time. But don't give up on yourself. And don't give up on, if it's possible to heal your relationship with certain foods. And even that goes on the flip side of saying certain foods maybe you don't like. I'll tell you that for most of my life, especially if you ask my mother right now, I don't have a phone, but I should do it one day. It's just call my mom up and ask her how she feels about fruit. Okay? Because my mom will tell you, I hate fruit. I hate it. When I grew up, I hated vegetables. I didn't like a lot of vegetables. I didn't like fruit, and I had fruit dip. That's a whole other story. And things like that. And again, on my health and healing journey, I also had to heal my relationship with those by stopping saying, I hate Brussels sprouts. Ugh. You know what I mean? First of all, hate, super strong word. I'm going to hate things, hate like, I don't know, Al-Qaeda, terrorists, people who kill dogs, and whatever. Yeah, just hate those people, okay? But hate like a vegetable or fruit, what the fuck did they do to you? They're just trying to nourish your body. I'm just kidding. But I took that verbiage and I changed it. Instead of really, I hate this vegetable, I'm working through a relationship with this vegetable. I'm working through a relationship with cantaloupe. I'm working through a relationship with red peppers. I'm still not there with green peppers. The green peppers, I'm working on it. I can do a little bit of it, but the red pepper, yes. So just, again, baby steps, working through things, trying new vegetables, putting things here and there. Last night we had asparagus, and I had both kids. I still like asparagus. Of course, they're children, but you need to try some. You need to have some. Get some, good vegetables and greens in you. So I don't really care what you like. Let's try it, because we need to have that rainbow of vegetables and that array to have that healthy body and to work on healing from the inside out. So it starts with healing here, it starts healing here. So it's a step process. Maybe step forward. Sometimes it's one step forward, 2 steps back. But let me tell you, it's definitely possible. I know one thing absolutely certain. If I can do it, then I know that anybody can do it. Okay? If I can sit here and tell you that I eat cantaloupe and I eat red peppers and I don't eat an entire sleeve of Oreos, that I know that it's possible for you and for anybody who wants to just continue to put that work on healing and putting that one step in front of the other. Just little baby steps. It's not going to be all at once. It's a learning curve. It's learning your body. It's learning what works for you. It's learning the foods that you like. It's learning the new foods you like. Right now, I love onions. And I'm telling you, when I was 13, my stepfather used to cut up onions like teeny tiny to hide them in a recipe. I was picking that shit up. Just little tiny onions over on this side. So even now, oh my God, I love onions. It's so weird. I told my mom, I'm like, I love onions now. Isn't that weird? Isn't that bizarre? And I'm talking like my hate for onions when I was growing up was strong. That's why it's weird. So, and it's working through healing your relationship with certain foods, working in new recipes, trying new things. A little bit here and there, all adds up to that big picture. So that's what I got for healing your relationship with food. It's much easier to try and heal your relationship with food than to try and cut the food out altogether. And here's why. Because I will tell you that most of the time we'll cave, especially if you're trying to ultimately completely restrict an entire food or food group, even if it's sugar and simple carbs, that your body will boycott. And especially in today's society, if you have all of these things and learn how to work them and heal your relationship to have moderation, it'll be a much better way to go in life in general, trying to just completely cut it out. I had cookies tattooed on my damn neck, man. I refuse to give up cookies, and I think that living on the side of moderation and having a healthy relationship with food is the best way to go in order to not just have weight loss that you can keep off, but long-term health, longevity. Man, I'm creeping towards my 40s, and I'm like, longevity, that's where we need to be, because I am going to be hitting menopause, and I'm like That shit scares me. So we need to heal from the inside out, and the best healing tool is food, but the right types of food. So it's all possible. It's all baby steps. So just work a little bit at a time. I think that's all I got. I appreciate you being here with me and learning about healing relationship with foods. If you have any questions or anything that I didn't cover, like how do I heal, something this specific, leave it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I want to hear what are the things that you really struggle with, that you're working on healing your relationship with and around, because I love you. I want to hear from you, man. Let's get a little combo going. So a little back and forth. I appreciate you being here on either your Tuesday afternoon or whatever day you're watching this as a replay. If you are watching a replay, you can always catch these live on Tuesday afternoons on Facebook at the Sugar Detox Coach. And I also do Confessions of a Food and Sugar Addict on Thursday evenings in the private group Warrior Woman for Weight Loss and Health. I will link that private group here. And then if you also are looking for some additional information on really how to kind of kill your cravings, get healthy, and lose weight for good, I would love to invite you to join the Warrior Tribe, which is my online free community of amazing women that are just like you, that are wanting to, again, kick their cravings, learn moderation so they can have cookies and eat them too. So you can go over and join the Warrior Tribe at RachelPaulson.com. You can take the quiz, Could You Be Addicted to Sugar? And I would love to hear from you. I can't wait to see the Warrior Tribe. I will also post that in the comments as well, so you can go over there in the Warrior Tribe. You are an awesome warrior woman, and I just like to see how freaking cool you are. So I appreciate you being here. I love lunches, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.